in this video today I'm going to show you 5 tips to create a great study plan. It will help you to learn English, but it will actually help you in anything you want to learn. First of all, if you haven't watched the videos that we created about goals and milestones, just stop this video, go there, the links are in the descriptions, watch those videos first, because in order to create a great study plan, you must already have a crystal clear objective with good metrics to measure your progress, okay? But let's go directly to the point. Tip number 1, as always, be specific. It's quite common to see people plan their study, for example, study English. If you're planning for the day studying English, here's what is gonna happen. We'll sit down eventually to study, and when you stare at the screen, you will notice that you don't know what you do. So what are you gonna do to study that day? Will you study with a song? Will you look for a video? Will you look for a text with an audio? Will you create something? Will you talk to somebody? You don't know. So what happens is that you will take some time to define what you're gonna be doing. And perhaps you lose 5, 10, 15 minutes in this process, and throughout this time you've kind of wasted a lot of willpower, and you may already be tired, and you may look to your study time and say, okay, I'm not really into study right now. That is the reason why you must be specific beforehand. When you plan your week, you must go there on your Monday and say, okay, on Monday I'm going to study that scene that is the conversation between Walter White and Jesse in the 4th episode of 3rd season of Breaking Bad. You must be specific, because when the Monday comes, and it hopefully eventually will come, you already know where to go. You will look for that episode, for that scene, and you will study that scene. It's already done. It's already prepared for you. So this is very important. Be specific on how you're gonna study and what material you're gonna use to study. If you do that beforehand, you will raise a lot your chances of actually following your study plan. Tip number 2. Take advantage of your dead time. It means that you're gonna study when you're dead? No. It means that you, throughout your day, you have time that you waste. For example, in lines where you are just basically waiting and doing nothing. For example, when you are driving, when you're stuck in traffic, you are doing nothing, and you could take advantage of that time to study English. You could, for instance, listen to podcasts and be in contact with the language, even though you are stuck in traffic. So if you have a very busy day, if you come home and you're very tired and you normally don't have the proper energy to study English, then if you have taken advantage of your dead time throughout your day, you will come home and you will already have studied. So plan your studies according to your dead time. Take advantage of them, okay? This is really important if you do have a busy schedule. 3rd tip. Plan to study for at least a certain amount of time. What happens is that if you say that, okay, I'm going to study that way with that material, which is great, it's already specific, you listen to the tip number 1, but you plan to study that for 30 minutes, okay? What can happen is that for you, 30 minutes may sound a lot. This task may seem too big, and if this task seems too big, you will get that feeling, that demotivation that, okay, I'm probably not be able to do it, and you will just procrastinate. Instead, what you can do is plan to study for at least 15 minutes. 15 minutes is a time, for example, that for you may be quite possible to study. Okay, there's no problem. I can sit down and study for 15 minutes. If you think that way, plan to study for at least 15 minutes. What will happen is that if you're studying something that you really like, which is hopefully the case because you can learn anything while learning English, you won't notice the time going by. What will happen is you will start with this thought of studying for 15 minutes, and maybe 25 minutes will have passed and you won't even have realized it passed. And that's great. And perhaps if you still want to learn more, if you still want to study more after these 25 minutes, just keep studying. At the same time, there will be days that you will be tired, that you will have bad days eventually, right? So in these bad days, perhaps you start to study and you study for 10 minutes and you look at the clock, oh my god, only 10 minutes have passed, but you have to study for at least 15 minutes. So put yourself to study 5 minutes more. And you study only 5 minutes more and oh my god, I can't take it anymore, I'm in a very bad day. But that's it, you've studied for at least 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if you study 15 in a bad day or 40 in a good day, as long as you study for at least 15 minutes. And you can adapt this tip for things other than time. For example, study at least 4 pages of a book. Read at least 4 pages of a book. Tip number 4. Know when to study. Define and plan when to study. If studying English is an activity that takes a lot from you, well, first of all, you may not be having fun. And if that's the case, you probably need to change something. But still, if it takes a lot from you, plan to study during the times that you have higher energy throughout the day. And that changes from person to person. In my case, for example, when I wake up, my energy is not that high. I'm not one of those people that wake up like, okay, let's go day. I'm not one of these people, okay? So I wake up, I do low intensity tasks, but when I have breakfast or do something physical, I get my energy up. And that is a good time to study English. After I have lunch, my energy falls down, I'm almost dead, I would just want to rest, and that's not a good time to study English, but then my energy raises again, and that's it. It's common to have these kind of different energy levels during the day. Know yours, it takes a little bit of self-knowledge, I'll give you that, but knowing that you can plan to study in the times that you have better energy levels. Tip number 5, be consistent, okay? Frequency is better than intensity. If you want to study 7 hours a week, it's much better to study 1 hour a day than to study twice a week, 3.5 hours. Of course, there will be days that you'll study a little bit more, there will be days that you'll study a little bit less, but plan to study every day a reasonable amount. So these are the 5 tips to a great study plan, but I will give an extra tip. Take a day of your week to think about what you've done. Think about what you've learned, if the methods that you used were really effective, if you had fun, and if there's something that needs to change, if everything's going well or not. Just make this reflection. Just put some thought into it, okay? And in the same day, it's very good to plan ahead your next week, okay? This is the day that you're gonna define that. For example, on Wednesday, I will study with a beta English video. I will get their transcript on their website and I'll just study this text, study the expressions and everything. So these are actually 6 tips for you to create a very good study plan. Just remembering that if you access betaenglish.com.br, you will be able to download for free a complete definitive guide, which is an ebook, to set goals, metrics, milestones, and to create a study plan with very good examples, with comments in these examples. It is free, it's a great content. I strongly suggest you to just check it out if you like it. As always, just like this video, share with your friends, subscribe and follow us on our medias, on our social accounts. Make a comment down below if this content was helpful or not. And that's it. See you on next video.